Congratulations, and welcome to our family of people who are striving to better all aspects of their lives. Now, there are a few features to know within the courses on the site, and a few things to know about your own learning process. The most important thing to do here is not get overwhelmed and stop your progress. And you might feel that way at some point because you might feel like there's a lot of new information being thrown at you. And this happens because even though this is designed to be done in under 45 minutes a day, there's a lot of different information because we're handling a mind, body, and spirit approach all at once, reverting to 25 plus years it took you to get to the place that you find yourself in now. So there's going to be a lot of information, but doing it in small bits the way it's lined up is the perfect way to get you the results that you're looking for. It's the same with overcoming your subconscious blocks, or taking steps to improve your finance, or finding your creativity, your ability to meditate, and everything else. It's also important to know that people use overwhelmment and confusion as a way not to change. So a good question to ask yourself the next time you're feeling that way is, am I really overwhelmed or confused here? Or am I using this as a way to prevent change or to hold on to my addictions, to protect myself from moving into the unknown and not moving forward because that's what I've always done? I see this in my ongoing classes all the time. So after you have that realization, then ask yourself, do I need to execute on everything that I'm learning right now, or can I just take part of it and use more in the future when I'm ready for that? So for example, on the day that I teach fasting, I tell you everything you need to know about all the most popular fasts, the benefits of them, how to do it, what could come up for you in the process. But to start, you could just learn about intermittent fasting, and that's just not eating for 16 hours. And then once you feel successful at that, you could look into the other fasts. And all of the benefits will help you in your process, and the herbs and supplements are good to know as well, but there's no reason to get overwhelmed about that. And speaking of herbs and supplements, when you're learning those, there's a lot of different ones for you as an option. But as an example, there's a lot of different benefits of elderberries, but you won't need to know about that until either you get sick or it starts to get really cold and other people are getting sick, and then you could look back into that. The information that we're talking about is from the benefit of many different masters in many different countries and even continents, meaning that it's so diverse that one day we'll be talking about the blocks in your subconscious mind, as well as your lymphatic system and what essential oil might benefit you with all of this. And that's what keeps it interesting. If you're learning about any one of those by itself, it could be so in-depth that it's absolutely boring. Now, I've taken herbal classes in many different countries, and after the first 3, it becomes so boring that you're just throwing the information in your book and waiting till you meet somebody with that condition. It's also been proven through research that when you learn to the point of overwhelmment and then stop and rest or sleep on it, then your brain obtains the information much better than otherwise. So this is the best way to learn it with mind, body, and spirit all together, and why have it broken up into small lessons for each day. As a physical example, it's very beneficial to walk for 30 minutes a day, but there are exponential benefits to walking in 3 10-minute sessions throughout the day rather than one 30-minute session at the end of the day. It's the same with learning. It's far more beneficial to learn in 30-minute sessions each day rather than one 4-hour session at the end of the week. So this is why I have it formatted the way I do. And this is not only proven in research and science, but someone who I admire greatly as an example is Bruce Lee. And he said that if you want to become an expert at anything, do it for 15 minutes a day and you'll become great at it. Now, I've applied this theory to everything that I've wanted to become better at, whether it be sports or dance or herbs or breaking through my subconscious and essential oils and everything else that I want to improve in my life. Even if I don't want to or feel like I don't have the time, I set a goal of 15 minutes of practice of each one of the things that I'm trying to learn or excel at, and it's worked greatly for me, and I hope you do the same. Now, another thing to be aware of is where you've decided that you can't do something or you're just not good at it. This reminds me of a time that a friend of mine was driving me in Costa Rica when I lived there, and he pulled a map out of the glove compartment and said, "You need to figure out where we are and how to get out of here." And I said, "I'm just not good at maps." And he said, "I don't give a damn what you think you're not good at. We're in a bad neighborhood and I don't know how to get us out of here, and you need to figure that out." And in 30 seconds, I overcame my false belief that I'm not good at reading maps. And so it's very important to be aware of where you have this same sort of false belief and not allowing information to come in so that you could overcome that. Now, the reason there are so many different topics that we're handling at once is because I feel that that's the only way you can make actual change, and I literally wanted this to be the best seminar available. I've been to many seminars, some that were quite expensive and given by some of the best speakers, and I left quite disappointed with regard to what was actionable to make real change in my life. So in an effort to avoid anyone feeling underserved, my promise is to always over-deliver. So take the information that is most relevant to you and leave the rest behind. And know that this is a progression. So the most life-changing important lessons happen more towards the end of the seminar because it's a build-up. So know that even if you have to keep bookmarking days and writing notes to come back to, it's important to get through the whole seminar and then start repeating the lessons that you didn't feel complete on after you've gone through it all at once. This is leaving a seed in your subconscious that you'll have more and more creative ideas about that will eventually lead you to your path that will help you to find contentment or what you're looking for in this seminar. Now, another thing that is hugely important in this process is focusing on your why. This is the reason that you're doing this. So if you're looking to lose weight, you're not just looking to lose 10 pounds. You're looking to fit into that black dress that's going to make you look amazing. If you are looking to improve or help yourself to be in a great relationship, think of how you're going to feel when you find that person or change your relationship around to be just what you want. Think of how you'll inspire others, like those in your family, to do the same thing. What are your goals, and most importantly, why are you doing this? Your why is what's going to carry you through the times where your motivation starts to drop and you might question this new behavior as to what is the purpose as to why you're doing this, or you just don't feel like going back to it. So writing down and connecting to your why every day will help you get to the end of this and actually make real changes in your life. And that might mean the slimmer you, or the wealthier you, or the you with a higher emotional IQ and a better relationship, or better finances, or whatever that may be. Know your why, write it down, and connect to it on a daily basis. Now, if I could give you 2 tips that I've learned in 20 years of showing people to do this work and doing it myself as to how not to get overwhelmed, the first would be to realize what your judgments are. And that is where you think you should be, or where others are, or where you should have been if you would have just done that one thing in the past, or if you didn't do something in the past. Let go of all of your judgments and have gratitude for where you are and the path that you're on now. The second one is to not be a perfectionist. Anytime that somebody tells me they're a perfectionist as if that's some kind of positive quality, I know that they have a serious handicap that they need to overcome. Perfectionism doesn't allow you to finish anything. It doesn't allow you to have any gratitude for any of the things that you're doing, and it just doesn't allow completion. It's also connected with anxiety and shame. So know that if you're feeling stressed about the work, that there's some of this that's involved, and it's best to let that go. Now, we're going to be learning techniques and product suggestions that I use every day that used to only be available to wealthy or connected people that are now available to you online and inexpensive. Yes, there are incredible problems in our modern world, but there are also incredible things that we have access to that we never did before. I travel to all parts of the world looking for great health techniques, and people are always asking me what is the number one thing that they can do to change their lives or their relationship, or what is the best herb that they can take. And I have all those in here, as well as how and why to use them in the best progression in order to learn them. I often think to myself, if people would just do this one thing or try this one technique, their lives would be so much better. And I have all that in here in the most effective way for them to make those changes. Now, I can't stress to you enough that you're going to be going through a growth period. And what that means is your mind is going to be challenged in a way that it may not have been in a while. So it's important to go easy on yourself and leave your ego out of this. These lessons should be enjoyed in the same way that you enjoyed learning things new when you were a child. So if you're feeling stressed, then go take a nap or come back the next day with more energy and a new perspective, because these are going to be what will take you to get the life that you want. And know that this is ongoing. I still enjoy learning these lessons and reviewing them on a daily basis. And my relationship, my health, my finances, and more importantly, my perspective and my soul all benefit from that. So in the next video, we're going to be doing a screen share to show you all of the features that can help you with this in your process. And I'll see you there.